of people ask me, is it too late to get into data? I get it. You see layoff headlines, you see AI is replacing analysts, you think you missed your window. I transitioned into data from finance in my late 20s, in a new country, starting from zero. And I'm going to show you what the numbers actually say about this field right now. Because the story you're seeing online is not the full picture. The fear is real, but the story is wrong. So let's name it. The headlines you're seeing right now say things like AI is taking jobs, companies are cutting entire analytics teams, you are going to be automated out before you even get started. That's the fear, and I'm not going to pretend it's made up, because some of it happened. Klarna replaced 700 customer service staff with AI. They were public about it, proud of it even, and then the quality dropped. Customers complained, they had to rehire. The tool that was supposed to replace people turned out to need people to make it work properly. That's not one-off. Forrester found that 55% of employers regret laying off workers because of AI, and 2 in 3 companies that reduce headcount due to AI are already rehiring the people they let go. So what's the actual lesson here? AI didn't eliminate the need for human judgment. It just exposed which companies were making decisions based on hype rather than reality. The people who got laid off and then rehired were not the problem. The decision to replace them was. Before I get into what the job market actually looks like right now, if you're switching into data and want to practice real skills, I built SQL and Python challenge based on actual projects I worked on. You can use either of the tools to solve it, and you will find it via the QR code on screen or the link below. Now let's look at where the field is actually going. What the job market actually says. Employment of operations research analysts is projected to grow 21% from 2024 to 2034. That's much faster than the average for all occupations. Data scientist is the 4th largest growing job in the entire US economy. So honestly, do I think this is a good time or a bad time to start? I think it's one of the better times. Not because it's easy, but because the demand is real. It's being backed up by actual projections, and most people are sitting on the sidelines scared. That gap is an opportunity. The numbers say the field is growing, but the day-to-day looks different now, and that actually helps people starting fresh. When I became a data analyst over a decade ago, the toolkit was Excel, some data visualization, and the ability to present insights to stakeholders. That was the job. Great times. Today, you're expected to know Excel, SQL, at least one BI tool, and ideally Python. And you are expected to use AI as part of your daily workflow, not as a novelty, but as a genuine working tool. My own day-to-day has shifted significantly in the last 12 months. Things that used to take me days, writing a script, pulling together an ad hoc analysis, drafting a summary, now I can do in a day, or even several hours, depending on the request. The volume of work I can get through has gone up, but so has the expectations of what I can deliver. Let me give you a real example. I was working on an analysis. Unfortunately, I can't go into details. I use Databricks to write a script which suggests some parts of the script and also can fix minor errors, like if you missed a grouping or something like that. Then I use internal ChatGPT to help me with some complex syntax. And then I also use it to help me write summary to describe findings and challenge my analysis. This is actually my little tip. Usually ChatGPT and other AI tools behave like a yes man.
The word is yes, Carl.
So they always support you and they say what a great job you did. But you can also ask AI to challenge your work and find the gaps and then find solutions to those gaps. And I found that this works perfectly. It actually opens new ways of looking at things. And I've been using it not only for analysis, but also for content creation, for example. AI can accelerate the work. It cannot replace the judgment. It still makes mistakes. It hallucinates. It forgets what was the purpose of the work. Treat it as it is an intern. It can help with work, but at the end of the day, it's on you to check the accuracy of that work. AI cannot replace business context, stakeholder awareness, knowing when a number is technically correct but strategically misleading, the ability to sit in a room with a senior leader and defend your methodology under pressure. None of that is in the AI model, at least at the moment. For someone starting fresh right now, I would actually argue you are at an advantage compared to people who started 5 years ago. You are learning with AI as a part of your toolkit from day one. You're not unlearning old habits. You are building workflows that are faster, leaner, and more modern from the very start. And this brings me to the honest answer, the question everyone came here for. So is it too late? I made my switch at 26. I had moved from Ukraine to Australia, which meant starting over professionally in every sense. New country, different professional culture, no local network, and the CV that said auditor and FP&A on it. I started as a marketing data analyst. I learned SQL properly, taught myself Python on the side, and eventually co-founded a data science consultancy working with government agency, health tech companies, and digital banks. None of that would have happened if I'd waited until I felt ready. If you're 30 or 40, sitting on the fence, Here's what I would tell you. The fence is not a safe place. It feels safe because you're not failing at anything yet, but you are also not building anything. The people who get into this field and succeed are not the ones who had the perfect background. They are the ones who started with what they had. Is there a point when it becomes too late? Honestly, I don't think the age question is the right one. The question is whether you are willing to be a beginner again. That's the hard part, not the SQL, not the Python. The part where you have to sit with not knowing and keep going anyway. If you can do that, the field will meet you. Here is the bottom line. If you've been scared, you missed the window, you didn't. The companies that fired people for AI are already hiring them back. Data science is the fourth fastest growing job in the US economy. You have two choices. Wait and see what happens. Or start now, build skills, and be ready when companies come looking. If you want to practice on actual projects, not toy datasets, my SQL and Python challenge is below. And if you're wondering where to actually begin, this video breaks down exactly how I would learn Python for data analysis if I was starting today, so you don't waste months on the wrong things.